series analysis. My time series analysis shows how much the ratio changed over time from year to year. Looking at my analysis table, will discover in 2018 through 2019, most of the numbers here, I'm talking about right there, are negative. This is because it has been trying to sustain poor operation environment and the fluctuation of the fluctuating ethanol market. If you can recall through the 5 years on almost all of my analysis in 2019, it really struggled, and that was due to that. Here is my cross selection of analysis. So to the right is my competitor, renewable energy average, and then here's my Green Plans average, which is my company. This analysis usually compares a company to its industry peers. My ratio are close to being similar, but Green Plans Corporation, for the most part, have a higher ratio than renewable energy ratio. So if you can see right here, the quick ratio, which is probably small, but my quick ratio, my days inventory, my days receivable, cash turnover, total asset turnover, fixed turnover, and many more was way over the renewable energy average. This here in pink is my weighted average. The weighted average cost of capital is a ratio that is used by corporations to determine if a new project should be proven or how much equity they are currently using as compared to debt. Go a little bit more here. My working capital investment for the green plans. Working capital is usually a measurement of a company's short-term liquidity or a company's liability to cover short-term liabilities. Green Plans working capital ended for 2019 fiscal year was $1.745 million. Negative $1.745 million. Green Plans funds its projects by combining the commercial paper, cash flow from operations, short-term debt, profits from the sale, leasebacks, and other long-term debt. Most of the sales that come from Green Plans portions are paid in cash, debt, or credit cards. The inventory accounts receivable management here below at the bottom usually is the money owed to a business by the customer and often showed on its balance sheet as an asset. Holding a lot of account receivable and inventory can affect the company's profitability and liquidity. Looking at the data table, you will see the fluctuating prices due to availability of the commodities, and it often leads to fluctuation in investors' account receivable and working capital. So yeah, back in my chart here, that's what I'm talking about. It really affected them. So in conclusion, preparing this analysis of two major well-known companies has taught me not only the importance of ethanol and solar energy, but also how to run a multinational corporation. Doing the ratios were a little challenging due to missing information, but I still made do with the best of my abilities. I noticed a slight difference in some areas and some major difference in other areas. As competing industries, they give each other a run for their money, for sure. Renewable Energy Corporation is one of the Mid-Atlantic region largest residential solar energy companies, and the Green Plans as an annual ethanol production capacity of 1.1 billion gallons, primarily used in auto fuel. They produce about 2.9 million tons of animal feed and about 300 million pounds of corn oil. So, as shown all throughout the project, they are both very successful, and it's very interesting to compare both companies. They both produce forms of energy, clean energy, just in different ways. Another thing I found interesting was how well Green Plans did compared to renewable energy. Everyone knows solar energy is cheapest from the form of energy. So I assume that they would have done better than the green plans due to the several different processes corn go through. That just goes to show you that cheap isn't always better. So this is the end of my presentation, so thank you for watching.